Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the...
Airing this one out toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kirk.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all in settling into this football game. They got straight to the reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, and he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Texas. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. Can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains...
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the return man decides to signal. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking right, this one caught. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage. But they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Takes the handoff again. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Longhorns look to keep this drive moving.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
The Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. Looking to throw it on first down. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but the big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that.
And the junior gets home making a sack there. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. The Longhorns will have to kick it away. He's on looking for a solid punt here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the senior quarterback off target there. Threw it behind him.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They bring the heat and get him behind the line.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
And the returner elects to... Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? The pocket breaking down. Oh, it's tipped to the line and intercepted. Touchdown, Crimson. First down here for this offense. He's going to hand this off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They'll run it here. They'll tackle him for a small gain. Needed a lot more on 3rd and long. The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Looking downfield, it's Rodriguez. The pass rush closing in. It's a 4th down stop. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
They're going to run it. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Ball handed off. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. On to kick now for the 5th time today. This one will be fair caught. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Ball handed off. The running back has been busy today, but not much to show for it. The defense all over him again. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Hand off to the back. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Back to throw. It's Rodriguez. And the ball is hauled in. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling, and the awareness to understand.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Receiver makes the catch, and the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Now it's 2nd down here. And he drops back in the gun. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. First down, looking to throw the ball. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept...
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it. Well, they had some high hopes, Kirk, coming into this game. They practiced well, prepared well. They were optimistic, but things just did not work out, and that's a tough loss.
Yeah, their opponent just made more plays than they did, plain and simple. But there's a lot to learn from losses like this, and the smart coaches know how to use them to motivate their team moving forward.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College.